for your time, and we hope to see you at the polls tomorrow.
As you probably know, the Republican presidential primary is tomorrow, Tuesday, January 10th.
We call this our laser graffiti projector because it allows us to project what we want wherever we want, pretty much. Type on the keyboard anything I want. I can change it to Mitt Romney 2012 in 2 seconds or anything I feel like.
If Mitt Romney wins the nomination, would you do that?
Absolutely not.
Why are you for Ron Paul?
Well, healthcare, one. I think that he's a doctor and he knows how to get the government out of healthcare, and we don't need the government in healthcare. Healthcare was running just fine until the government got involved. I do medical billing. This is what I do for work. I've been a surgical assistant my whole life. They totally messed it up.
Why are you backing Ron Paul, Joe?
Oh, well, I took an oath to defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I just believe that Ron Paul is the only and the best candidate to do that, to uphold the Constitution.
Right. So you served in the military?
Yes, sir, and I support liberty.
All right. Which branch of the service?
Air Force.
Air Force, like Ron Paul?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell me something. Some people say that Ron Paul's position on cutting the defense budget and bringing troops home would endanger national security. What do you say to people who say that as someone who served his country in uniform?
Well, I think if you look at thousands of years of military history and the way wars are supposed to be fought, look at people like Sun Tzu, and we're doing the opposite of that right now. And they've warned us about getting into entangling wars and occupying countries for years and years and years on end. It's not the way to do it. We're less safe with what we're doing right now with our foreign policy. If we bring the troops home, then we won't be stretched out as thin, and we'll quit losing as many more soldiers to suicides than we do to the enemies.
We're here at the Elm Street headquarters with Jim Merrill, who is the governor's top New Hampshire political advisor. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Sure, John. Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right. You going to win tomorrow?
Well, we certainly hope so. You know, it's the night before. We've had a lot of activity in here today and a lot of activity on the streets. The governor's been in town. It's been very exciting. So, we've spent a lot of time building an organization that's built to last. It's built to identify the vote and turn it out on Election Day. So we're hoping for a good result.
What did you think of the response when the governor made his remark about he enjoyed firing people and the attacks that have come from opponents in the primary as well as some opponents in the press?
Well, I think the governor explained very clearly today that line was clearly taken out of context. He was talking about the ability to choose health insurance companies to pick the plan that's best for you. Had nothing to do with what our opponents claimed to make it out to be today. And I think you saw a lot of pushback from conservatives around the country that are very troubled by what seems to be an attack on capitalism and the governor's really terrific record in the private sector of creating jobs over 25 years. So, we'll take our record of creating jobs up against anybody in this race and certainly against President Obama.
Everybody's fake. We got one chance, Ron Paul. So you better put the song